Welcome, everyone. This is the Masterclass. My name is Patricknazareth. I have around 30 years of teaching experience, and I'm here to help you dispel any doubts you might have. Today, we shall be looking at the poem The Power of Music by Sukumar Ray. Sukumar Ray, then. He was born on the 30th of October, 1887. He died on the 10th of September, 1923. As you can see, his life he spent in British India. He was from Bengal. He studied in Presidency College. He graduated from there with 2 degrees. He went to England. He trained in photography and printing technology. He came back to India, where he was one of the pioneers of photography. When summer comes, we hear the hums. Bhishma Lochan Sharma, you catch a strain on hill and plain, from Delhi down to Burma. He sings as though he staked his life. He sings as though he's hell-bent. So here the poet introduces us to his main character, Bhishma Lochan Sharma. What does he do for a living? Perhaps he's a traveler. We know he travels. He goes from Delhi all the way down to Burma. And while traveling, while going on the road, what does he do? He sings out loud. The people dazed retire amazed, although they know it's well meant. They're trampled in the panic rout, or languish pale and sickly, and plead, my friend, we are near our end. Oh, stop your singing quickly. Here the poet tells us the effect his singing has on people. What happens to them? They hear Bhishma Lochan singing so loudly that they get dazed. And they know this man means no harm. But they try so hard to escape his singing, they run helter-skelter. They trample each other. They hurt each other. Or they fall sick. So the people plead with him, listen, please stop singing. Otherwise we shall die. Some of us are on a deathbed already. Continuing on, the bullock carts are overturned and horses line the roadside. But Bhishma Lochan, unconcerned, goes booming out his broadside. The wretched brutes resent the blare. The hour they hear it sounded. They whine and stare, with feet in air, or wonder, quite confounded. Now the poet draws our attention to the effect Bhishma singing has on the animal world. So people normally travel by bullock carts. They normally use horses. So when these animals, the bullocks or the horses, hear the sound of his singing, they run off, or they simply faint, their legs up in the air. Dogs start whining, and they don't know what they're supposed to do. They run to and fro. They simply want to get out of range of his singing. The fishes dive below the lake in frantic search for silence. The very trees collapse and shake. You hear the crash a mile hence. And in the sky the feathered fly turn turtle while they're winging. Again we cry, we are going to die. Oh, won't you stop your singing? The poet continues, describing the effect Bhishma Lochan's singing has on fishes, on birds. The fishes stay in the lake, but they try to dive under the lake. In other words, they try to burrow deeper into the ground. The birds fall out of the sky. And the trees, you can hear the trees collapsing, even though you're very, very far away. And the people keep on crying, please, we cannot put up with this anymore. Please stop your singing. But Bhishma soared beyond our reach. However, we plead and grumble. The welkin weeps to hear his screech, and mighty mansions tumble. Bhishma keeps on singing, no matter whether people are begging him to stop or people are grumbling at him, do not sing. Even the sky cries to hear him singing, and big houses, big palaces, they simply crumble to dust when they hear his voice. But now there comes a billy goat, a most sagacious fellow. He downs his horns and charges straight, with bellow answering bellow. The strains of song are tossed and whirled by blast of brutal violence, and Bhishma Lochan grants the world the golden gift of silence. Finally, the poet tells us, we come upon a billy goat, a male goat, and he hears the singing of Bhishma Lochan, and instead of running away from him, he runs towards him. He puts his head down and goes straight for Bhishma Lochan, charges straight into him, and hits him hard. Now the goat is bellowing, Bhishma Lochan is singing, Sound is meeting sound. The goat hits Bhishmalochan so hard that he goes flying. And then only does Bhishmalochan become quiet. The themes of this poem are couched in humorous hyperbole. Hyperbole is when you exaggerate something immensely. Is it possible that the skies will weep, or houses will crumble, or people will die if somebody sings? No. All this is just to draw attention to the fact that Bhishmalochan is a terrible singer. Why is the poet trying to bring this out? So the poet seeks to remind us of these two things: that you should always be socially aware, that we should be considerate of others. Whatever we do, since we are living in a society, harms somebody else or might harm somebody else. Should we try and push our own views down other people's throats? The poet is telling us, no, we shouldn't. We should live together in peace and harmony. We should live accepting each other. And we should live in such a way that we do not give grief or sadness to other people. Also, the second important theme, see the billy goat. The billy goat is a very small creature as compared to the heavens, as compared to the mansions, as compared to bullock carts. But he is the person who stops Bhishmalochan cold. The poet here is reminding us not to underestimate anybody, because anyone, anywhere, anytime can make a difference in our lives, can make a difference to the lives of very many people. That's the lesson ended then. I hope I have been of help to you. If I have, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, there are other people out there who might need our help. Thank you for watching.